Welcome to the Terrible Take, a mini podcast telling Steelers Nation what's on our mind. I'm Josh Carney. It's largely a meaningless award at this point, one that won't factor into the Hall of Fame credentials at all. But midway through the 2023 season, it's crystal clear, at least for me, that Pittsburgh Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin is deserving of and should be the frontrunner for the NFL's Coach of the Year award. Despite all of his success over the last 16 seasons and counting, Tomlin, who has a Super Bowl championship on his resume and an appearance in another, has never won the Coach of the Year award. In fact, he's never even finished top 5 in voting for the award. Some can argue it's a popularity award for that given season, but if that were the case, Tomlin would be a frontrunner every single year, as he's beloved by the national media. Just look at some of the names that have won it in the last decade. Matt Nagy in Chicago, Brian Daboll just last season with the Giants, Jason Garrett in Dallas, and Ron Rivera twice in Carolina. Bruce Arians even won it twice, once in Indianapolis and once in Arizona in the last decade. Most of those guys aren't head coaches anymore, and Ron Rivera seems to be on the way out too. That's not exactly a who's who of coaches in the NFL right now. But for Tomlin, this year is as good as any to win it. He should have been a shoo-in for the award back in 2019, taking that team that lost quarterback Ben Roethlisberger 6 quarters into the season to an 8-8 record, missing the playoffs in the final week of the season. Though this season's squad has more talent and depth, what Tomlin is doing week after week with this team, despite the offensive struggles, is rather impressive, at least for me. As is well known at this point, the Steelers have been outgained in every game this season. They are the only team out of 34 in the history of the NFL to have a winning record through the first 8 games while being outgained. The offensive struggles are maddening week after week. Currently, they're 29th in total yards, 25th in passing yards, 25th in rushing yards, and oh, by the way, 30th in points per game. Yet, the Steelers come alive in the fourth quarter and pull off seemingly improbable wins week after week. That's a testament to Tomlin, as his team plays close games and finds ways to win late, just like he prepares them for all week long. It's an ugly style of football, don't get me wrong. But all that matters is that they're winning. Players give Tomlin credit for that any chance they get. And it's time for the national media to recognize that with the Coach of the Year award in 2023. Should the Steelers have a winning season at the end of the year? Again. Be sure to follow us at SteelersDepot.com and check out episodes of The Terrible Take every weekday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And check out The Terrible Podcast with Alex Kozora and Dave Bryan every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.